We're live on Instagram and YouTube. I should have put the intro on there, but I didn't. Oh well. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Mastermind here for Ohio Cannabis Live. Welcome to 420 Sundays. Better late than never. We had a little bit of a delay because of the snowstorm that hit Ohio. We got a couple inches, but it's all gone now. Well, not all gone, but it's melting. And we're broadcasting live here from the Ave here in Columbus, Ohio. And this is our first 420 Sunday. You know, we're just trying to start and getting everything situated and getting everything together. So this ain't going to be perfect. But we're here. We're here. I'm here. And part of the reason we're doing 420 Sundays is to help answer some of the questions that the community has about the state's medical marijuana program, and also to talk a little bit about what's happening with the adult use initiative in Ohio, because adult use is coming. So make sure that you continue to pay attention. Make sure you continue to follow me on social media. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you check out my website, ohiocannabislive.com. But the whole goal here is to make sure that we provide people with accurate and useful information about the state's medical marijuana program, and to ensure people are aware of the growing initiative to legalize adult use cannabis in Ohio, which would include selling it, possessing it, making it, growing it, however you want. And there also is a push within the United States Congress to legalize cannabis nationwide. So it's a lot happening in the year of 2023 when it comes to legalizing cannabis. So I'm just getting everything together here on my tablet so I can follow along with what your comments are. Right now, this tablet ain't showing me anything, but I'll see here your comments once we get started. Let's see. All right. Hey, what's up, Lynette? What's up, Yvonne? What's up, John? What's up, Ken Ambassador? What's up, Jimmy? Glad to see y'all here. Hopefully my audio is not terrible. I'm using not one mic, but two mics to see how this audio is going. And let me just check one other thing here. Let me see what's going on with this Instagram. I don't see us live on Instagram. So let me just check and see what's happening with the Instagram. All righty. Let's see. Be right back. Let's see. Instagram, are you there? I don't see you. Oh, hey, Instagram. Okay, so we got a few people here on Instagram. I will have to, I don't know how to. I want to wave, but it won't let me wave. All right, anyway, so my folks on Instagram, I do see you on here. It's kind of weird on my tablet. It doesn't necessarily show me that we're live, and I think it's just because I have more than one Instagram account. So give me a second here, and I'll get your comments. But if it's really super urgent, I should be able to get your messages. So if you got to tell me something, send me a message on Instagram, because I can see the messages. I just haven't figured out how to monitor my live stream here. So it's just probably because I have too many accounts. That's all it is, man. You have too many accounts. You got too much going on. But don't worry, I'm about to be on here in just a second. Wait, I just saw it. Anyway, what y'all medicating on right now? What y'all got going on for this Sunday? Anybody else get snowed in? Let's see. What's for dinner? Ah, there it is. Aha. Now I'm in here. All right. All right. So I can now see your comments on Instagram and on YouTube. So we're watching you on both here. We got a lot of people talking here on YouTube. Larry Cake, Dark Rainbow. I know you've been talking a lot about that. About 4 inches of snow in Akron, huh? Okay, watching football and smoking garlic rod. I heard that. Who you want to win? Oh, you got some of that lemon dosey dough? Okay, all right, all right. Okay, what's up? What's up? You got some edibles. Okay, that's what it do. Wait, where did the chat go? There we go. Yeah, man. Me personally, I'm going to have me some blueberry muffin here at some point from Certified. And like I said, we're monitoring this is on. Look, we're having trouble loading this video. See how they try to do me? I'm still here. So yeah. See, this is why I don't like to go live on Instagram, man. They're always trying to say that there's some kind of technical trouble, man. It just shows me frozen here. Like, what happened to me? Yeah, this is wild. It says I'm live. Okay. What y'all medicating on Instagram? Yeah, it says send a request to join Ohio Cannabis Live. Let's see. I'm going to send a request to join myself. No, that would get weird, wouldn't it? Then we'd have an echo. No, I don't want to do it that way. Hey, Cleveland Crows friend. Hey, how you doing? So yeah, every Sunday, well, at least a couple Sundays a month, we'll be meeting here in Columbus at the Ave, here on Livingston Avenue in Columbus, Ohio. And what's the address here? 1452 East Livingston. Gonna be here on Sundays at 4:20 p.m. It's $10 at the door. Gonna be here chatting and hanging out, talking about the state's medical marijuana program. We're gonna be talking about rec. We're gonna be talking about edibles. We're gonna be talking about making stuff. And we're gonna find out what you're most interested in, what has got you, most interested in the program. What things do you care about the most? And most importantly, you come here, we're gonna have a show and tell. And for you who know me, you know what I'm saying when I say we're gonna have a show and tell. So I'm looking forward to having some show and tells. We can do these here and there, and we can still do the virtual show and tell as well. So don't feel like we can't do virtual. So we're gonna have virtual opportunities, and that's why I'm streaming live today. I see we got 14 people on here. So thanks for watching. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We only got 1 like right now, man. That's pretty sad for a video. Can we get some more likes today? Instagram, like I said, it doesn't like me on Instagram. I don't know what it is, but every time I go to it, I have to go out of it and go back in it in order for me to get it going. Thanks for the hearts. And don't forget to make sure you follow me on Instagram because, like I said, I'm going to be going live here as much as I possibly can. It is definitely hard to go live on Instagram because Instagram has all these stupid rules about how you can go live. You can't do things like you could with YouTube. The thumbnail situation is terrible. I hate how they have the thumbnail situated. It just is not a good situation. But nevertheless, we're going to be streaming live on multiple platforms. And also you can come down here, like I said, to the building in person and hang out with us in person. We've got a lot of space here. As you can see, it's pretty wide open here. I mean, we got a lot of room here for you. And, like I said, you come here and show us and tell us what you got going on. We go back here and check out what they're saying here on YouTube. All right. Wow. I'm way behind. He says one thing for them to crack down on cigarettes in public. What not years back, but now legalizing marijuana really shows how we live in the divided states of America and not the United States of America. I understand. You can't believe in Ohio they were trying to tell us we can only vape. I want to be able to grow indoor and outdoor medicine in Ohio. Well, one thing I would say about growing outdoors in Ohio, that's going to be a definite challenge unless you only do it seasonally because of all the different weather changes. Just like today, it's snowing. Tomorrow it'll be 40 degrees. Trying to grow in Ohio's climate isn't as easy as it sounds unless you're growing it inside where you can control more of the variables. And I totally support home grow 100%. So, I definitely think people should be able to grow. Currently, under the state's ridiculous rules, Ohio medical marijuana patients are not allowed to smoke cannabis by rolling it up in joints and bongs and blunts. That is forbidden in our program. However, I don't really think people are worried about that particular rule, and I don't think that there's really any capacity to enforce such a rule. I think it's just, again, an attempt to make it harder for us as patients. So at some point, even looking at the legislation that they have for adult use, I didn't even see the word smoking in there. So I'm just thinking that they're just going to assume, we don't mention it, they'll put it together. But I think that based on what's recently happened, if you read my most recent blog post about an individual who was stopped by State Highway Patrol for, having what they call illegal drug paraphernalia in his vehicle, when he actually had some materials that were from the state's program in his vehicle, and he had all his information with him, and he had an active medical marijuana card. We'll talk more about that on the 420 Live show coming up this Friday. So make sure you tune in to the 420 Live show every Friday at 4:20 on the dot on YouTube exclusively, and then after that it replays on other networks. But if you want to be in the live show, you got to be on YouTube now. Hey, what's up, Nebula on Ryan? He said fire in the hole. Hey, I hear you. No one can tell you what to do in your own home. You can do whatever you want in your own home, as long as you don't hurt anybody and don't hurt yourself. You can do whatever you like. So, I'm not one to be judging what people do in their own homes, and I'm not here to be the smoke vape police. I definitely don't think it's right that they even have such a ridiculous rule, and I definitely think that they should consider writing that out. I mean, it's just kind of absurd, and nobody's going to follow it, so why even bother? But there are a lot of other rules in the Board of Pharmacy that I think a lot of people don't know about. And that's part of the reason we're going to be doing these 420 Sunday events, is to make sure that you understand what all the rules are that are around the program, as far as how much can you have in a certain amount of time, how many edibles can you eat, can you make your own edibles, how to make edibles. I think that one thing I want to do with 420 Sundays is host an event that is specifically about edibles, to kind of pull back the curtain on some of the advancements in technology when it comes to making edibles. I think a lot of people think of making edibles as the old traditional way of, making some can of butter or some can of oil and going through a decarbylation. I can barely say it. Decarbylation or decarbylation. And that is the way to do it. That is the way to do it. I'm not knocking that way to do it, but there is a lot of advancements in how to make edibles with stuff that we have in our program that you can make an edible in less than 5 minutes. And that's something I want to show you in 420 Sundays, is how to make edibles in 5 minutes without even having to turn your stove on. I'm going to show you so many things about edibles. It's going to literally blow your mind, because it's going to be so much simpler than you trying to make can of butter and hoping that it turns out just exactly the way you want it to. And sometimes it does, and sometimes you make that can of butter a little bit too strong and it's off to the races, or you just are down for several days because you made too much, your can of butter was too strong. It happens to all of us who make homemade edibles. There's no shame in it, but it does happen to people. Happened to me, so I know it happens. And it's really difficult for the state, because they're not really marketing things in a way. You get products from the dispensary, they don't provide you any instruction on what to do with these products. That's kind of complicated, right? How do you know what to do other than what you've already known to be doing for years and years and years? A lot of things that I found out, I didn't even know existed. I mean, I never thought that you could buy a spray and just spray it in your mouth and then become medicated. That's amazing. Who would ever thought you could just spray your hand with something and rub it into your skin and get pain relief? It's technology. So I think when people hear the word marijuana, when they hear the word cannabis, a lot of times it's easy to just think about somebody smoking a joint, smoking a bong, doing a dab, or eating an edible. And it's so much more than that. There's so many advancements in it. And there's also a new research being done to figure out how to control appetite with cannabis. So we always say, hey, I got the munchies. You know, I got some good weed. I got some good cannabis. And now I got the munchies. And, you know, a lot of us sometimes eat too much. So some people, some very bright people, are working on a way to try to figure out which strains actually suppress your appetite. So if you don't want to eat a lot, you don't want the munchies, then you're going to know which strains to go after, because you want an appetite suppressant. You don't want an appetite stimulant. You know, for people who are diabetic, there's a lot of confusion about eating edibles. A lot of people just think eating certain edibles is the way to go because maybe they're cheap, maybe they got them at this corner store, maybe they got them at a smoke shop and they're D8, Delta 9. We'll definitely dive into Delta 8 and D9 products here in 420 Sundays. And you know what? We're going to have some here and we're going to eat some and try them and see what happens. So we're definitely going to experiment and do things that we've never done before and try to figure out how we can all learn together about these different products so we're not confused. Something else that I hope to be able to do here at the Ave here in Columbus, Ohio on Livingston Avenue is to be able to have some LLCs come here, set up a table and set up some information and do a presentation on various aspects of the program, from processing to cultivation. And we hopefully can even get some people to come here and talk to us about lab testing so that we can all have a better understanding of how these things are tested, how they're grown, and how their litigation is about mold and bacteria and other foreign things that can make our medicine bad. Because I think there's a big concern right now about the safety and the quality of how our medicine is being delivered to us in the state of Ohio and beyond. And I think that a lot of times we just accept whatever we can get. And I'm the type of person, if it ain't right, I'm not taking it. I'm not on it. It's got to be right. So that's something here. What's up, Captain Green Toker? Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot happening with the legalization. Like I said, we have some reform that's out there for the states program. We're going to also talk a little bit about something called Senate Bill 9. Senate Bill 9 is a reform bill by the Ohio Senate to help improve the medical marijuana program. We'll dive into that in a different 420 Sunday, but that's something you can look up on the internet yourself. Also, if you want to read the current adult use legislation that was reintroduced by the Ohio State Secretary, Frank LaRose, you can read that on my website at ohiocannabislive.com and just go to the live blog page and it'll be there. It's about 30-something pages. I suggest you read it if you want to know exactly what their plan is. And just so you understand, if we don't speak up as a cannabis community in Ohio, that means the state legislator can decide to legalize marijuana how they want with their vision without our input. If they decide not to move on it and legalize it, then we have to wait till November and we'll have to come out and vote to get cannabis legalized in Ohio. So it will take a team and group and community effort. It will take everybody involved. If you care about cannabis and you're watching this video, you need to definitely be paying attention to the next 3 Sundays that we do so that you can get the information. If you can come down here and sit here in person and listen to me and have a little fun, that's great. But if you got to watch me from far on the internet, you already know how I do it. I try to make sure that we communicate in every way possible. We'll also still be opening up the hotline, hopefully at the beginning of March, where you can find out information about cannabis products. You can find out about information on saving money on your utility bill. You can find out about getting a discount on your internet. And we'll try to help you find food pantries, because we know that the food stamp program is going to be cut back dramatically, and that's going to have a dramatic impact on people's finances. And that will make it a little bit different as far as your cannabis budget right now, especially if you currently have your card. So we got to talk about it. We got to develop a plan on how to make sure that people still have resources to be able to find food, be able to save money on utility bills, and be able to save money on the internet. Because I'm telling you, those small little things are what allow you to have a little bit of extra each month, is by managing these different expenses that we all share. We all paying phone bills, we all paying internet bills, we all paying cable, we all paying electric, gas, and water. And if you could save money, even a couple dollars, then why not? I can just be honest with you. I haven't had a gas bill the whole winter. I don't have a gas bill right now. So I'd like to share with you why I don't have a gas bill and how you could possibly be in the same exact situation that I'm in. Let's look at some comments here. Okay. 16%. So yeah, you're right. That's something else we're definitely going to talk about, Cleveland Crows fan, is the high THC versus low THC, and why it's important that we stop looking at the numbers of THC so much and start worrying about that, and start worrying about the terpene profile, and start worrying about the lineage and the history of the strain and what the strain actually does. Because those are the things that determine whether or not I'm going to buy a product. I don't care if you said it was the greatest thing. It looks beautiful, but if it's not going to help me in any way, shape, or form, then why spend my money on it? So I think it's important that we as a community identify strains that are great for pain, identify strains that are great for anxiety, identify strains that are great for migraines, identify strains that are great for whatever the other purpose may be, so that we can make a database and a list that will allow us to make better decisions about why we're buying these products. Even if you're buying something from the black market and they tell you the name of it, if you haven't done your homework about the name of that strain, you're just buying some random stuff. And you don't even really know what it's going to do for you. It may make you high, and that may be your own little goal, but hey, if your back's hurting and you want to get some relief, you're going to look for something that has pain relief. And whether you get it from the black market or whether you get it from the dispensary, the result in the end is the same. Did it help you or didn't it? We're not here to judge one market or another. But we got to say, we got to know what we're talking about. For many, many years, especially in Ohio, they've kind of kept us in the dark about all this different information about cannabis. Now that we have this medical marijuana program here, we have all these different things available to us now that most of us aren't even considering. I mean, do you realize that most dispensaries carry anywhere from 100 to 250 different flower strains at any given time from over 25 different cultivators, over 20 different processors that process gummies, cartridges, sprays, edibles of all kinds. I mean, transdermal patches, creams, lotions, balms. I mean, and there's more things coming to the market. So this is just only the beginning. Yeah, it's jumping. Phones is ringing. So yeah, it's definitely, I wish I knew it all, Cleveland Crows fan. I really did. I wish I knew it all. I wish I had all the information, but I don't. I'm still learning it. I'm still trying to get my handle on things. And it's really just a lot to learn, So that's why we're trying to do these 420 Sundays, try to make sure that people have a place to come and talk about this stuff and actually have an opportunity to learn something, but also to have fun. You come here, we do got a live DJ here. We just got the music turned down because Instagram and YouTube would never allow us to play the music. So, we can't let that happen because then they'll try to take the video down. So yeah, it's really important that we continue to come together as a community and have events in person and have events virtually where everybody can participate. That way, what's that? Who they on Instagram? ACOP, that's right, who they think we are. We the Ohio cannabis community. That's who we are. And we are going to link it together. And this is what it's all about here with the 420 Sundays. And I just want to thank my friend and his wife for allowing me to come here and have this space to do this. Normally, I try to do something in my house. I've got my dog running around barking, and I've got my girlfriend running the vacuum. So it's usually very hard. So when you see me on 420 Live on Fridays, know that there was just amazing amounts of noise right before the show. And I'm literally like, quiet on the set. And the dog is like, woo. So it gets very loud at my house. And, it's definitely hard to record. We also will be recording and streaming live from the Ohio Media School. Shout out to my students at the Ohio Media School. What's up, classmates of the November 2022 cohort? And so, I'm looking at the comments here. Hey, Sergeant Slaughter, it's been a long time. It's good to see you back here, sir. Thanks for watching today. You said THC levels vary from top to bottom of the plant. Many companies submit products from the top for testing. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you at all. You're absolutely right. And that's just because of how we've allowed the market to roll. We have gotten ourselves, and it's not necessarily all on the LLCs. It was this original tier 1, tier 2 system that they put us in where, things were, if you bought stuff that was higher THC, then it was a penalty of sorts. And you bought stuff that was lower THC, you could get more. So they were limiting the amount of high THC items we could get, and it wasn't fair. It took us a long time to get rid of that system, and we're thankful we finally got rid of it. It's done. There is no more tier 1, tier 2. So if you hear someone talking about that, they're probably not in the program, or they probably haven't been in the program for a while, because there is no tier 1, tier 2s. It's just cannabis. That's the way it should have been. No, garlic cookies is not the highest testing strain in the program, although it is one of the highest testing strains in the program. There are other strains in the program that have tested just as high or higher than the garlic cookies. Okay, how did you like that infused stuff? I really was curious about that. I felt like it was kind of pricey for me, but I still feel like I'm going to end up trying it because I keep hearing people talking. You said it was fire? See, now you got me interested. How come nobody hit the like button on YouTube, man? We only got 1 like. What's going on? Is this thing broken? It's got to be broken. It's got to be broken. And Instagram, I'm here. Like I said, I might miss comments because I have to keep jumping in and jumping back. It just, the way this internet, the way these iPads work, they don't let me pull up 2 screens. And next time I'll have 2 tablets. That way I can see Instagram on one side and YouTube on the other. I'll definitely make sure we do that next time. But yes, it's good to see all of you here. We have 17 people watching, and we've been running streaming for about 26 minutes. So I'm not going to talk too much longer because I know people got things to do on a Sunday. But I really thank all of you for being here. I just want to remind you all, you can always support us by either doing a super chat, or you can also just support us by getting you some merchandise on the Ohio Cannabis Live website. And that's www.ohiocannabislive.com/shop. But we really appreciate you being here. Hey, Jimmy. Just poured a glass of red wine, huh? Nice. So yeah, if you're just joining us and you haven't been watching the stream the whole time, this is 420 Sundays. We're doing this, try to do it every Sunday, but depending on weather and depending on schedules. But it will be an event we host on Sundays. For the first part of this, we will be hosting this event live in Columbus, Ohio, here at the Ave, here in Livingston, Ohio. And this will be a place you can come here and we can talk and we can conversate and we can all sit here and definitely be safe and warm out of the elements. And this is a pretty big place. As you can see, it's a lot of space. I'm not even showing you the whole place right now because I'm sitting down, but it's actually a lot bigger than what you are seeing right here. And like I said, there's really not a whole lot of people here right now just yet, but we're hoping we'll get more people to come next Sunday. We know it's probably not a lot of people going to come today because we had the snowstorm and the snow warning, and that's how it is. Yeah, I'm not a big drinker myself either, man. I don't drink at all. I gave up on it. Alcohol free, opiate free, cigarette free. I done got rid of them all. But I have been there. And like I said, I'm just going back and forth between our Instagram and our live here just to make sure we're not overlooking anybody here. But you know what? I'm going to ask you this, Instagram. Anybody on there on Instagram who got their card, what's your favorite strain? If you're watching this on a replay, just do me a favor and just say it in the comments to help the Instagram algorithm. And make sure you hit the like, the heart, or whatever it is on Instagram. And if you're not already following me, make sure you follow me because we'll definitely have a much better presentation once we get all the kinks worked out for our Instagram stream. We'll definitely be able to make sure we're able to monitor our comments a little bit better. And we're definitely going to make sure that you are able to participate if you don't use YouTube and you only use Instagram. So yeah, again, I encourage you to make sure you tune in every Sunday at 4:20. And I will see all of you next time for 420 Sundays. Peace. Make sure you come back next time. You come in and see us in person. We're going to have some cookies. Make sure y'all subscribe.